We are here to go over the end of May, how it stacked up, how it was looking. I don't know, that's all. We're here to look at the end of May and how my goals stacked up. If you're new, or if it's been a while, I have annual goals that I'm working towards, and I like to check in every month and see how things are hanging because it's motivating and fun for me. I don't think it's fun for everyone. I think it's probably boring for like my fiance, but she can be bored. This is boring. It's all right. So here we are. It is now June 10th. I'm a little behind, and that's all right. Life is life, you know. I am saving money to pay off my student loans in a savings account that is not attached to my budget or anything. So for this moment right now, technically this number is what? The same. It's the same. That's how much I owe on my student loan that hasn't budged. It's not going to until, what did they say, August 30th? I don't know. Whatever day. Whenever they tell me I need to start paying, probably like 3 weeks before that, because if I get charged interest before I make a principal payment, I'm going to be devastated. But that's the plan. My annual income, I am tracking. This is my annual pre-tax income. 39486. I like to track my gross income because in the last like 5 years, I've all of a sudden started making like grown-up money, and it is fun for me because a few years ago, I don't think I made this much the whole year, and I just hit that in May, so that is wacky to me. So this is how much I've made so far this year is my gross income, which is fun. I enjoy just knowing that. That's not really like working towards a goal. I guess we do have a goal of like a joint income that we are trying to achieve, but it's kind of a lofty goal.
Yeah.
It's not like super realistic, but it is fun. We just have a little post-it with a number on it that's stuck above my desk. That's as far as like goal as we've gotten for that one. So that is that. My net worth. We've seen a little movement in the net worth. It's gone up. I mean, it's still aggressively negative because that student loan balance is no joke. But it's gone up like $3,000.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Partially my 401k, partially just making good decisions. We've been a little boring in the last few weeks, and that's apparently super good for my net worth, so we should continue. So it's like negative 132 now. Sheesh. All right. Fat fire. Again, not something I'm actively like working super hard towards achieving because we are working on this student loans first, obviously. But I do contribute to my company's 401k, and I do get stock for working at the company I work for and stuff like that. So I keep track of those things on this rad little sheet. Originated at Budgets Are Sexy. That's the place it came from, which is rad. And it's just this cute little, you plug in your numbers, you say when you want to hit, like what your expenses are, and it gives you like your total FI number, and then it says when you're going to hit that. So technically right now, we would definitely need to keep splitting rent, which is not the goal. But right now, if my expenses that I personally pay were exactly the same, I could hit financial independence when I was 52. And can I just say, that is just with the current contributions that I already make.
Wow.
So that's good to know.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I do think my expenses are going to go up. But so are my contributions when I pay off my student loans. So that's rad. But what I like to track, just for fun, just for my little brain, what I like to track is if I were to retire today in this moment, how much money would I get a month to live on? It's not really a realistic number in any capacity to track it all, but so if I were to retire right now, if I could live off $111 a month, I could retire today. Unfortunately, I cannot. But if I were to retire today, we could continue paying our internet. So that's cool. It's almost my phone bill. We're almost there.
Yeah.
That's rad. So the homeownership category, for those who have been along with the journey, you know, it's something kind of silly that I'm making minimal, as you can see, very minimal progress in. But, you know, we got engaged and we realized that this little bit of money combined with the money we're saving for our wedding made much more impact in the wedding savings category than it does in the homeownership category.
Yeah.
So I made the difficult decision to axe it, unfortunately. So that goal is now grayed out for the rest of the year because we are going to cash flow a wedding. And is that amazing? Yeah. And I'm excited about it. But that doesn't mean I had a bunch of money going in a bunch of different places. And that's just, while it was fun, it's a grown-up decision, I think. So that's done for, unfortunately, the homeownership category. But then today we took a nice little walk and saw a house we really want to buy. Is it for sale? No. It's not.
But it will be.
But it will be one day, probably. And when it is, it's going to be our house because we loved it.
I'm obsessed with it.
But for now, we are not actively saving for a home. So I decided to take this money that was in that category and put it in our wedding fund because weddings are expensive. If anyone would like to give us money for our wedding, let me know. My fully funded emergency fund, same scenario. I've decided to cap it at $2,500. Obviously, that is not a fully funded emergency fund. You know it. I know it. But again, that's a 1 month emergency fund for me. I have skills that can get me a job in the city, a tippable job, relatively quickly to make that stretch even further. If for some godforsaken reason I lost my job, which I don't think I will.
And your fiance has an overfunded emergency fund.
My fiance has a massive emergency fund, but we have not combined our finances. But something you guys may not know about me is I'm a pretty good barista, actually. So I could get a barista job at a third wave coffee shop, making $20 an hour plus tips, and it would not replace my entire income, but it would.
It'd get us started.
It'd get us going. Yeah, I would honestly I could pay my expenses. I would not be making progress in any goals or living my high life, but I could probably pay my bills with it. So that would be a good short-term solution. So while I'm focused on the student loans and the wedding, I have decided to cap my emergency fund savings for now at $2,500. So that's just staying where it is. Also, this goal, I'm so nervous to check even, you guys. I'm so nervous to check. $2,500 total eating out in 2023. Let's see. So the way that I keep track of this is that I go to YNAB reporting and spending, and I go, so it's going to be January to May, done. And I like the income versus expense report just because it's, oh, no.
How we doing?
Oh no. What happened in May? Yeah, we went to dinner with Kenny. I went out with Elijah. We went to that ramen place. Van Leeuwen has entered the picture. Oh, God. Yeah, okay, so we out of our $2,500 goal for the entire year of 2023, we are at $1,831.57. Whoa. 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 I don't know if we can do it. I think we still try. I think we try.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think we try.
I think if it's under date night, it doesn't go into that category. If we're super deliberate, sheesh. This is when it fell apart last year too. Is in the summertime. It gets warm. We're out and about. We're hanging out, having a good time. And then the eating out budget. I go out with a friend and I spend $100. You know, I go out with my brother moved to the city. I go out. I spend $100. Like, sheesh. Okay, so we've got just under $700 left for the whole year. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8. That's $100 a month. I am all of a sudden feeling not good about hitting this. But you know what? There's a chance. We could do it if we were really, really good. And we're still going to try. But yeesh. Wow. Yikes. That's pretty bad. Yeah. This is exactly when it fell apart last. Yeah. Yikes. Okay, so that's a terrible one to end on. But that's where we are. So progress in literally almost every category except for that one. So thanks for sticking with me. I will see you all for my next budgeting video next week. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see from us. We really love making these videos. It's super fun for us. So just let me know if there's anything else that we can do to make this more fun for you. Have a good one.